Hi everyone. In this module, we will talk about flowcharts. So, what are flowcharts? So, flowcharts are a diagrammatic representation illustrating a solution to a given problem. Okay. So, what is a problem? So, it can be any problem. Okay. For example, making a cup of coffee. It can be a problem, and you want to depict what are the steps needed to make a cup of coffee. Okay. So, all those steps in a given order, they can be represented using a flowchart. So a flowchart allows you to break down any process into smaller steps and display them in a visually appealing way. Okay, so it becomes very easy for the beginners to draw and understand a flowchart. Okay, without writing complex code, you can easily understand what steps you will perform in order to solve a problem. So that is what a flowchart is. We have several components that are used inside flowchart, so you can call these components as building blocks of the flowchart. Okay, so the first building block or the component is a start box. It denotes the starting step. Okay, that means the solution starts from this particular box, and it can also be used to terminate the process. Okay, for example, if you want to end the process, okay, then you can draw a box like this. Okay, it's a oval shaped box, and you will draw this box to denote the start or the end of the process. One thing that you would be doing very frequently is reading data. For example, if you want to make coffee, you will read the input for how many guests you want to read the make the coffee. Okay, so you will read the value of n, that will denote the number of guests who want to have coffee. Okay, so we want to store this value inside a bucket. That bucket is created inside your RAM, that is random access memory. The way to depict the read statement is by using this box in a shape of a parallelogram, and we say read the value of n. So this will create a bucket inside RAM, and for example, there are 4 guests, so this bucket will store the value 4. Okay, this will store the value 4. Similarly, if you want to print, okay, you want to print something, you can say print the value of n. So this kind of a box, which is in the form of a parallelogram, it is used for input and output. Suppose you want to print something directly. Suppose you want to print hi. So anything that you want to display as it is, okay, it is written inside double quotes. So these are double quotes, and here you're writing n, so this will actually print the value 4. Okay, it will not print n because it will print the value of n. So I hope these two components are clear. The next component is a rectangle that is used anywhere you have to process some data. For example, you want to say that my marks of a particular student, they will be average of marks in maths plus physics by 2. For example, you want to do something like this. So this is kind of a processing. So what you're doing, you're calculating this value and you're putting this value inside a bucket called marks. So this is known as assignment statement. Okay, this is known as assignment. You're saying sum equal to 0. So what you're doing, you're assigning the value 0 to a bucket called sum. So sum is a bucket, and that is now storing a value 0. Okay, so all these instructions where the processing is happening, okay, anything except from input output or you're assigning certain value, they will be depicted using a rectangle. So sum is a bucket that is now storing the value 0. Okay, so this is known as assignment. So later on we will see the difference between single equal to, which is known as assignment, and double equal to, which is known as equality. These two are different operators in programming. Okay, so right now we have seen what is an assignment. The next component is a decision box. It is denoted using this diamond shaped box, also known as rhombus. So whenever you have a certain condition to check, that means you want to check whether this condition is true or false, you will have this kind of a box, and based upon a condition there can be two branches. If the condition is true, okay, then I will go in this yes branch. If the condition is false, I will go in this particular branch. An example of a condition could be, is weather rainy? Okay, is the weather rainy? If it is rainy, okay, I want to go out with an umbrella. If it is not, let us assume it is sunny, I will go with sunglasses, something like this. So, every time you have to do some work based upon a certain condition, then you will depict the condition inside this rhombus shape boxed. Okay, so this box is used to denote the condition. The next thing that you will find in a flowchart is arrows. Okay, so these arrows are used to connect two different boxes. Okay, for example, I want to connect start with read. That means after start, go to this box read in. After read in, go to this box. These arrows are used to connect multiple building blocks inside a flowchart. Okay, so in the next lecture, we will see certain examples and we'll solve some problems and we'll draw flowcharts for them. So I hope the building blocks are clear. See you in the next video.